Okay, so in this quick tutorial, we're going to be looking at writing equations in point-slope form. And we're going to write the equation based on the line that's described. So let's remind ourselves what point-slope form is. So point-slope form, that is our y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So again, when you hear or read point-slope form is this right here, y minus y1. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to replace the y1 with the y1 that we're given, and we're going to need to replace the x1 with the x value that we're given, okay? Now, in this specific statement, the slope has to be parallel to the given equation. So it's going to be parallel to this equation. Well, parallel means it has the same slope. But if this has a slope of 2/5, then the parallel slope would also be 2/5. Okay? So we're going to replace our m. We're going to place our m with 2/5. And we're going to replace our y1 with 5 and our x1 with 2. So we simply write y minus 5 equals 2/5 times x minus 2. And that's it. That's the equation. All right, look at the next one. Okay, so this one says, write again in point-slope form of the equation of the line described. This one passes through the point 4, -7, and it's perpendicular to y equals 3x minus 8. So one thing that jumps out real quick in this one is this word perpendicular, okay? So if it's going to be perpendicular, it's going to have a slope that is the opposite reciprocal. So in this equation, it is in y equals mx plus b. So the slope is 3. Well, if it has a slope of 3, then it has a perpendicular slope of -1/3. Okay? Because 3, if we write 3 as a fraction, it's 3/1. So we have to do a couple things. We have to flip the fraction. So 3/1 becomes 1/3. And because it was positive, the perpendicular has to be the opposite, which is negative. So now we know we're going to write an equation that has a slope of -1/3. It has a slope of -1/3, and it goes through the point 4, -7. And let's remember, this is our x, and this is our y, okay? And we're going to write it in point-slope form. So that's our y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And we just plug in our values. So y minus, now notice that the y value is -7. So I have a -7 to plug in right here. But y minus -7 is going to be +7. So I want to write that as +7. So we're going to write y plus 7 equals the slope of -1/3 times x minus 4. So we plug the 4 in here and the -7 in here. Notice it looks like the opposites. So the y1 went from -7 to looks like +7, and -4 from +4. And that is our answer right there. All right, that's a quick review of writing equations that are parallel or perpendicular to another equation and doing that in point-slope form.